We have some bombshell news today. 9 days before we were finally set to see something substantial in the GTA 6 extended look. It happened again. GTA 6 footage leaked out in the wild, just like in 2022. Welcome back to the Grove. Let's break it all down. So yesterday, Tuesday, August 18th, the hacker known as CyberLeek released some early gameplay footage from GTA 6. It's now the next day, Wednesday, August the 19th, and that same hacker CyberLeek has put out more videos. We will update the situation with CyberLeek and what's going on with what he's leaked out at the end of the video. Thanks for checking us out at Grand Gaming Grove. Likely by the time you're watching this, you've probably already seen up to 10 videos with frame-by-frame footage of the leak so far. This isn't going to be that type of video. I want to talk about the more interesting storyline here, because this wasn't a random leak, this wasn't a disgruntled employee, and it wasn't even really about the footage itself. This leak came with a manifesto from a group of hackers, a stated motive, and demands. A group calling itself CyberLeek that's now openly threatening Rockstar with more footage being leaked if they don't comply with their demands. And the timing, 9 days before Rockstar's own official reveal, is not a coincidence. So instead of breaking down every second of leaked gameplay today, I'm going to walk you through what happened, why it happened, Rockstar's response, and what it might tell us about the direction that all this is heading. Let's get into it. I'm not going to walk you through this shot by shot, but I am planning and will be releasing a video later on that goes over what was showcased. I don't want to spoil pre-release footage for the people who would rather wait for the official reveal on the 27th or going in blind. And frankly, you can find that breakdown on 20 other channels within the hour. Here's the short, spoiler-free version. 2 short clips surfaced today showing Jason Duval in a fairly mundane, low-stakes setting. Nothing story-critical, and nothing that spoils major plot points have been leaked. Alongside the clips themselves, images are circulating, claiming to show a full map of the Leonida region. Authenticity on the map specifically is still very much unconfirmed, with the outlets covering this today having been careful to note it might not even be a real Rockstar asset. That's all I really want to say about the content that leaked itself. If you want a full rundown, we'll be posting a detailed video coming very soon. What I actually want to talk about is everything happening around this leak, because that's where it gets genuinely interesting. Section 2. The DMCA takedown tells the story. Here's the detail most reaction videos are glossing over. Almost as fast as this footage went up, Rockstar's parent company Take-Two started hitting it with DMCA takedown requests. And weirdly, that's actually one of the more reliable signs we have about whether any of this is real. Think about it from a legal standpoint. You don't spend legal resources issuing takedown notices against fan-made or AI-generated garbage. That's a waste of time, as it draws more attention to something that isn't really a threat. Companies typically only move that fast and that aggressively when there's actual legitimate footage out in the wild that they're worried about spreading. So while nobody official has confirmed authenticity, the speed and the aggression of the takedown response is doing a lot of the confirming for them, whether they meant it to or not. At the same time, this creates a genuinely messy information environment, because the same day that this real leaked footage was spreading, there was plenty of obviously fake and AI generated clips that were also making the rounds, with people confidently presenting both as equally legitimate. Some of what's circulating today is even recycled content from the original 2022 leak. Section 3. Who is the hacker CyberLeek, and why now? This is the part of the story that I think deserves way more attention than it's getting. This leak didn't come with silence. It came with a stated motive and a demand. The group behind it, going by the name CyberLeek, has reportedly framed this as a protest, not against Rockstar's creative decisions, but against broader industry practices. Specifically, they're pointing at things like the game shipping without physical copies at launch, concerns around digital pre-orders, and what they're calling fake single-player DLC. Plus worries about long-term access to single-player games, if they're always tied to an always online infrastructure or storefronts that could eventually disappear. Now, whether or not you agree with any of this as a justification for leaking someone's unfinished work, and to be clear, leaking a game like this is still a serious act with real consequences for the people who made it. The motive itself reflects something a lot more of the players have been vocal about in recent years. Physical media preservation, digital ownership, publisher trust. This isn't a leak that happened because someone wanted clout or an early look. It's being framed as a statement. And here's the timing that makes this so pointed. This dropped just 9 days before Rockstar's own planned extended look, which is scheduled to premiere on Netflix on August the 27th before hitting YouTube later that same day. That's not a coincidence. Whoever's behind this wanted to get ahead of Rockstar's own controlled narrative and Rockstar's own terms, right before the moment Rockstar had built up as a major event. If this whole situation feels vaguely familiar, that's because it is. Back in September 2022, GTA 6 and Rockstar Games suffered one of the biggest leaks in gaming history. Dozens of unfinished gameplay clips spreading everywhere, completely outside Rockstar's control, years before the game was ready to be shown. What's notable is how differently this new incident is playing out. The 2022 leak was framed almost entirely as a security breach, a hack, plain and simple. This one is being framed, at least by the people responsible, as an intentional act of protest with stated goals. That's a meaningful shift. It suggests that whoever's behind these kind of leaks now sees them as leverage, not just chaos. And CyberLeek has already said today that this leak isn't the end of it. They're threatening further releases, targeting Rockstar and other major publishers going forward. So this isn't really a story about one leak anymore. It's a story about a pattern that seems to be evolving from we got in and dumped everything to we're doing this on purpose. Here's why, and there's more coming if we don't meet our demands. Section 5. What does this mean for the Netflix reveal on August the 27th? So where does this leave Rockstar with only 9 days until their own reveal? Honestly, probably in a bit of a strange position. On one hand, leaks like this tend to generate a spike of attention and discussion, which in purely cynical marketing sense doesn't hurt visibility going into a major reveal. On the other hand, it puts Rockstar in a position of responding to someone else's narrative and someone else's framing of their own game right before they wanted to control that story themselves. It's also worth remembering that even legitimate looking leaked footage could be sourced from an older build of the game. There is rumors that what was leaked today by CyberLeek was from an older 2023 build of the game, and even if everything about today's clips holds up as real, it doesn't necessarily mean it reflects what we'll see on August 27th or what ships in November. Here's the update. So yesterday, August 18th, I filmed the majority of this, was planning to put it out today, but now, Wednesday, August the 19th, the hacker CyberLeek has decided that they're going to put out more videos, so I thought I'd do a little update here. Going forward, there will be spoilers of potentially what happened in the gameplay. It'll be very minor, but they will be leaked here, so if you do want to go in blind, please don't proceed. Okay, here's to recap what happened. On Tuesday, CyberLeek shared 2 short gameplay clips of GTA 6 that depicted previously unseen elements, like melee combat and the return of the 6-star wanted system. Both clips directed viewers to CyberLeek's official website, where the hacking group themselves published a public manifesto against Rockstar and GTA 6 publisher Take-Two. The website spoke out about Take-Two's decision to publish GTA 6 without a physical disc and expressed worry over the long-term future of digital game distribution. The hackers also voiced displeasure with GTA 6's $100 Ultimate Edition, which locks behind cosmetics, clothing, and in-game shops behind a paywall. The group also concluded its message by threatening to release more clips if Take-Two did not change its release plans regarding the physical discs. By Wednesday morning, CyberLeek made good on those threats by publishing a new 2-minute GTA 6 gameplay clip, which Jason can be seen tasing a group of people in a restricted area. The clip is watermarked with the tagline, "No physical discs, then more leaks." And then, just a few hours later, the hackers published a 4th clip where Jason stabs a policeman to death. So this is where we're at right now, with footage from the hacker group CyberLeek coming in fast and furious. As the situation develops, we'll try to update as quickly as we can on the channel here at Grand Gaming Grove. We hope you enjoyed today's video. With this saga ongoing and this enigma of a hacker group called CyberLeek continuing its pursuit, things are only going to heat up from here. So now you're all caught up on the real story behind today's leaks, not just what showed up online. I'll be covering the full Netflix reveal in depth when it drops on the 27th, spoilers and all, so if you want that breakdown when it happens, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Let me know down in the comments what you think of the leaks, with it being framed as a protest rather than a breach. It's truly remarkable all the twists and turns we've had so far on the journey to the launch of GTA 6. Who knows what else will unfold in the next 3 months before the release date. Thanks so much for checking us out at Grand Gaming Grove on YouTube. Please subscribe, leave a comment, and hit that like button. We really appreciate it, and it really helps out the channel. We will be monitoring the situation with the leaks and to see what unfolds in the next 9 days as we head into the Netflix special and beyond. Thanks so much for tuning in. For more breaking news next time, we'll see you at the Grove.
Hey, if you got friends, can you hook me up, please? Hey, if you got friends, can you hook me up, please?